Om Namah Shivaya, Namaste and welcome to Sadhana. I am your host, Alisha Gaya-Prasad. In today's lineup and in continuation of our COVID mini-series, we focus on the work of the Arya Samaj of South Africa during the COVID-19 pandemic locally on ground. Also on the show, we catch up with the latest and innovative ways on how to enhance your spiritual offerings with the Divine Life Society. Look at powerful breathing techniques with Dr Ansuya Moodley and close off with a melodious youth music video in honor of Lord Ram. Today, the Arya Samaj of South Africa, almost 9 decades since its formation, remains a mature and flourishing organization which continues to offer direction and leadership to the community at large. COVID-19, especially in the full lockdown phase, had uprooted the lives of many South Africans. Led by the spiritual head himself, the Arya Samaj partnered with the eThekwini municipality and served their frontline workers, indirectly caring for 2,000 homeless people camped at the Moses Mabhida Stadium.
Initially, even before the lockdown, when this crisis had hit, already people started to panic. People were suffering as it is already, even before this whole thing came about. As an organization whose prime motto is to serve, to put into practice the principles of our dharma, we couldn't just sit down and be part of that lockdown. So we got together and we decided, let's see where we can, who we can partner with and what we can do in response to this pandemic. Some of our members got into contact with the Dennis Hurley Center. And through the Dennis Hurley Center, who is currently serving at least 2,000 homeless people who are camped at the Moses Mabhida Stadium with the help of eThekwini municipality, we have then decided to serve the first responders, those who are on the front lines, helping those in need, who are at the beck and call of the homeless to ensure that their health is at the optimum, that they're being fed. So we started cooking and serving the first responders at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. Myself and Vidisha Benimadu have been actually preparing the meals. We've got also a team of volunteers who are doing the chopping of the vegetables, soaking the vegetables. So we've got about 5 menus which we rotate. So we get up about 7 o'clock in the morning and start to come down here, get prepared. The first thing we do is we sanitize ourselves. As you can see, we put on a plastic apron, we've got hair nets, we've got masks, we've even got face shields and gloves. Once we sanitize at the sanitizing station, we start preparing. Once everything is chopped freshly in the morning, we start preparing the food. Whilst cooking here at Clarewood for the first responders, we noticed people walking up and down, people looking for food, literally looking in dustbins for something to eat. And we said, no, we had to open this up to the community to the best of our ability, to our capacity. Also take into consideration that you couldn't have large numbers and you can't have a large team of volunteers. With the space that we have, we managed to gather our members around the area, got all the permits and all the taking the regulations into account. We started opening up and feeding members of the Clarewood community here as well. So what we started to do is we provided them with masks. Every time that they come for meals, we give them the sanitizers, make sure that their hands are sanitized. They come one by one. There's social distancing. They stand 1 meter apart, 1.5 meters apart. And each and every day, the numbers have been increasing. We've lost our humanity. But in a strange way, what has COVID-19 done? It has taken us back to our roots. It has taken us back to our families. It has taken us back to humanity, because the only way we are surviving is by working together. This is our chance now. In this catastrophe, in this pandemic, we have a silver lining. And that is to teach us a grave lesson that when we walk out together. We walk out united and in harmony with everything around us. That is the only way we can overcome this and ensure that the future does not repeat itself in the way we are suffering today. Remember, I am as Ubuntu, as with Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the whole world is a family. I am because we are. That more than ever needs to be imbibed by each and every one of us.
Welcome back. You are tuned into Sadhana on S3. Yoga instructor Rolf Gates once said, "Yoga is not a workout, it is a work in." And this is the point of spiritual practice, to make us teachable, to open up our hearts and focus our awareness so that we can know what we already know and be who we already are. With that being said, Dr. Ansuyah Moodley demonstrates the Nadi Shuddhi, or balanced nostril breathing, with a focus on yoga's ancient breathing technique, tracking the breath through the nostrils.
Namaste and good morning to all of you. The yoga session today will focus on breathing through the nostrils. We will first focus on the right nostril breathing and then the left nostril breathing, and look at the significance of balanced nostril breathing, which we refer to as Nadi Shuddhi in yoga. Now, when we breathe in, that particular air that enters the lungs is essentially one part which we call the life force or prana, but there is more to that. In fact, there are 5 types of prana which we refer to as pancha prana, pancha meaning 5. So the air that we breathe in into the lungs is referred to as prana. But the air that circulates, or the energy through the nadis or energy channels that is in the region of the digestive fire or for digestion, is referred to as samana. So that's a very important part of the life force or the life energy, and that is very instrumental in all of the digestive processes. We have other types of prana. The one that allows for belching or throwing up or e-cups and those types of activities is referred to as udana. Apana is another type of prana which is instrumental for all of the downward motions. For example, the excretion or childbirth and those types of activities. The prana that is circulating throughout and assisting with the blood circulatory system as well as the lymphatic system is referred to as vyana. So we see that we have the 5 types of prana: the samana that we spoke about, the udana, the apana, the vyana, and the prana that we take in through the nostrils. So we're going to focus on right nostril breathing and left nostril breathing now by using what is called the Nasika Mudra. So we make use of the right hand, and the 2 fingers closest to the thumb is dropped down very gently so that you have the ring finger and the little finger sticking out. Your left hand can be in the form of chin mudra, or very gently the palm facing upward or downward on your knee. So let's get started. Using the Nasika Mudra, very gently use the thumb to seal off the right nostril. We're going to now breathe only through the left nostril. So take a deep breath in through the left nostril. You may have the eyes closed for greater awareness. Make sure head, neck, and spine is nice and straight. And continue to breathe in and out through the left nostril only. The left nostril breathing is also very calming because it's influenced by the moon. So sometimes it's referred to as Chandra Anuloma Viloma. So people that have hypertension, or you find that they are very stressed, or there's anxiety, it's very good to practice left nostril breathing because it has a very cooling and calming effect. Very gently, now use the Nasika Mudra and take the ring finger and the little finger and seal off the left nostril. Now we're going to focus on breathing only through the right nostril. So very gently inhale through the right nostril and exhale. Very good. Breathe in, a mental count of 5. And as you exhale, always make the exhalation longer. So a mental count of 10. Let the ratio be 1:2. Again, inhale through the right nostril and exhale. Continue this practice. Right nostril breathing is very high energy. In fact, it influences the left hemisphere of the brain, which is instrumental for reasoning, logical thinking, and all of these high-ended processes. It is also, because of high energy, influenced by the sun. So it is sometimes referred to as Surya Anuloma Viloma. This is also a practice that is very beneficial for those people that want to lose weight, because it increases the metabolic rate, and because of the influence of creating high energy, it energizes the digestive processes within the body. And very gently release. Now again, using the Nasika Mudra, seal off the right nostril. Take a deep breath in through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril, open the right nostril, and breathe out through the right nostril. Again, breathe in through the right nostril. Close off the right nostril, open the left nostril, and breathe out through the left nostril. This is one round of Nadi Shuddhi for balanced left and right nostril breathing. Again, breathe in through the left nostril, close off the left nostril, open the right nostril, breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in through the right nostril, close off the right nostril, open the left nostril, and exhale very gently through the left nostril. Nadi Shuddhi is very good for the balancing of the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. Back to Chin Mudra, take a deep breath in through both the nostrils and exhale.
Located alongside the Umgeni River, the Sivananda Ghat is a post-cremation public facility created by the Divine Life Society of South Africa. On the first of every month, Havan and Satsang is conducted here for the peace of departed souls. This is known as All Souls Day. Those attending walk around the Ghat singing melodious bhajans, and about 2,000 poor people are fed on this day. However, with the dreadful pandemic today, the Havan is performed by just 2 people and live-streamed for the others. Sadhana was there to find out more on how they cope with their spiritual activities during COVID-19.
When South Africa went into lockdown in March 2020, all our ashrams and branches, unfortunately, through the will of God, had to close. It was a wise decision, but we had to be proactive to sustain the spiritual aspect of every devotee's well-being. And the Board of Management, together with devotees who have certain skills, worked feverishly to commence with the online satsangs. And we are happy to report that within the first week of April 2020, the online satsangs began.
The Divine Life Society of South Africa rose to the occasion, seeing the opportunity to offer service to man, and adapted and adjusted to the new normal way of doing things.
Now, basically, the online satsang is a replication of an actual satsang that we usually had in our prayer halls. It begins with Ganga Arati, invocation, reading messages by our Divine Master, by Sri Swami Sahajananda, kirtans, bhajans, Arati, and the end of April 2021, the total number of online views or participants was over 157,000. Now these are just views, and if we multiply that by 3 or 4 family members, the number becomes quite vast.
Om Bhurbhuva Swadhariva Bhumna Prithviva Varimna Tasyase Prithvi Devayajani.
Basically, the All Souls Day prayer originated at our master's ashram in Rishikesh, India. The master had advised that when the soul leaves the body, in some cases the soul is very distressed and in great grief. So Swami Shivananda has advised that the prayer that we conduct gives them a lot of peace and comfort on their onward journey. During the coronavirus pandemic, especially in the hard lockdown at level 5, to keep the cart open to the public. In fact, in the height of, I think, the second wave, we were seeing in excess of 30 ash disposals per day. From the inception of the cart to date, we've done in excess of 33,000 disposals.
We are happy to say that it has made a tremendous degree of difference, and the public is feeling sustained spiritually.
As quoted by Rabindranath Tagore, in art man reveals himself and not his objects. So be it seva satsang, music or dance, every aspect of life, every activity in life allows us the opportunity to connect with our inner being. Sit back and enjoy as we present to you a beautiful dance in Bharatanatyam style. Until next time, keep shining your beautiful divine light into the world. From the Sadhana team, Namaskaram.
भज दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम भज दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम
रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम रघु